guys, thanks for joining me this morning for our cooking lesson. As you can see, I've started by washing my hands, sure they're all nice and clean. If you couldn't tell from the ingredients on the posting earlier this week, we're going to be making egg in a hole. So we're going to start by taking some bread. I have 2 slices out here, just using a little sourdough loaf. You can use any bread that you have on hand. And you're gonna cut a hole in the middle of the bread, just large enough that your eggs will fit on the inside when it's cooking. And then you're gonna go ahead and spread a little bit of butter on your bread, just enough so that while it's cooking, it doesn't stick to the pan and it gets all crisp up. So you're just gonna, a little bit on the edges of your bread on both slices, just like that. Okay, next we are going to, I used Earth Balance. It's a vegan butter spread. You can use any butter that you have on hand. If you only have olive oil, feel free to just brush them with some olive oil. It's really about using what we have, especially during this time. So then we're gonna go ahead and crack our eggs, and we crack them into little bowls first because we wanna make sure that they're fresh when we use them. And if we were to combine them with something or cook them straight in the pan with the bread and they weren't good, we'd have to throw them out and start all over. So we're just gonna crack our eggs in the bowl. And now that we've cracked our eggs, actually, we have to wash our hands again. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so after we've washed our hands, we come over to our pan, and I put a little butter in mine just to get it going. You can use olive oil, you can use a canola spray, whatever you'd like. We're gonna put our slices of bread down as soon as the butter starts to get hot. Give it a little twisting movement around. See how it's starting to sizzle, if you can see those little sizzles there. Make sure you have your spatula handy because you don't want to touch the pan. It's very hot, so you want to just make sure you have something handy to use when it's time to flip them or when you need to get closer to them. And as it starts to cook a little bit, we're going to go ahead and drop an egg into each slice. It's okay if your yolk doesn't fit completely. Maybe you should do bigger holes than I did, but either way, always turns out good, that I can promise you. We're just gonna let those cook for a little bit, turn it on to a medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and cover them.